Welcome back to the Useless Duos.
We're here with the Wasted Podcast.
Where have you been?
We're here with Tanis Bosson. Good old Tanis Bosson. How you been?
Good, mate. Good. I've been very good. How are you guys?
Yeah,
Good.
we've been good. So, you know, a baby
Whoa,
man.
that's different.
What,
That's,
me? What, non-alcoholic
Yeah.
beverage? I haven't been drinking. I actually haven't been drinking. I think I've drunk twice since my daughter was born.
So how long's it? How old is she now?
She's 4 months.
4
Coming
months.
up 4 months now. Yeah.
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah, hard. I just
Yes.
don't really find it interesting anymore.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ah, this guy.
yeah,
This
hard,
guy.
like-
Nah.
Nah. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
is that
I
us
was bad.
tonight? No.
Well,
yeah.
That's
No,
a
yeah.
surprise.
like, not gonna lie. Like, I was bad. I was real bad. But I was just like coming to a realization. Like, I think alcohol did more damage than it did good for me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I had heaps of mean nights on the alcohol, like on the piss with you and all of my mates and stuff, and especially with Tasha. But it just like the good didn't outweigh the bad. And
Yeah.
I think just I had no moderation for things.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think like after a while you sort of start to realize like you know that drinking is just not a thing that you do all the time.
Yeah,
and
hard.
like also you're getting old now. Like what are you like 39?
Oh fuck, I'm fucking ancient compared to you. I'm 22.
22.
22. And I
Uh-huh.
guess, like, with baby, like, you just don't have time
Yeah,
to
nah.
be drinking, eh?
Yeah, you find like
I
when
mean-
you're a parent, like you find heaps of joy in like being sober because you know that you're gonna be all good to look after baby.
Yeah.
So like if you go out and drink, you know you're gonna be hungover the next day. So like it has to be a good reason that you're going out, like a good reason to drink.
Yeah.
Like
So now though, now you are engaged.
yes, I'm engaged now.
Congratulations.
Pop the question. How long have you and Tasha been together for?
We have been together for nearly 4 years with a bit of a year break.
Yeah,
About
yeah.
a 9-month break,
Yeah.
but came back solid.
Proud of you. Proud of
Yeah.
you.
Proud of you. Yeah.
Took me a minute, lost myself for a bit, but we came back stronger than ever. I think it just took me a while to like realize, what's the word? Like that wasn't me. Like it was
Yeah.
just deal with what you've got.
Yeah. So have you had like, you know, being with Anaya and Tasha, has there been any like fights with you and Tasha?
Nah, not
Nah?
really. Not really.
You guys been pretty solid.
yeah,
like,
we've been
since
solid
having
as.
the baby and
Yeah. Like we do have our moments where like maybe communication's at a bit
Yeah.
of an all-time low because we're both tired. But like now we realize that if
Yeah,
we're
be
both
careful
tired,
what you say.
yeah, be careful what I say. This is coming back to me hard.
She's going to be watching this as soon as it comes out, every second of it too.
Yeah, hard. But
We're fine.
yeah, we just know that like if we're both tired, we both just got to keep doing it because it
Yeah.
just becomes easier if both of us are doing it.
Yeah.
We just know what each other's roles are. So I'm more on like the nappy changes and the winding baby and settling her. Where the one thing I can't do is feed her with my nipples. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw on, like, a story, like, before she goes drinking, she has to pump and, what's pump and dump?
Oh, I don't even get it myself. There's so many different things. Like one of those things where parenting is just like, oh, you just got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I think, isn't it like if you going to drink, like the baby can't have the milk because it's like poisoned by the alcohol?
Yeah, hard,
Yeah.
hard.
I think that's why. So she pumps it out, but
Before she goes out drinking.
before she
No,
goes,
no, she
wouldn't
pumps
it be
it out
after?
after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after.
Why after?
Because
Because
the
the
alcohol's in her milk, so she can't feed it to the baby.
It's not like because breast milk isn't like straight from the food you eat. It actually goes into your like it's produced by blood. I
Yeah.
think it is. So when the alcohol's in your blood, you got to wait for the alcohol to leave your blood system.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have 7 drinks, you got to wait 7 hours until you
Yeah.
can feed. But like it's such a weird spot. Like you don't even know. Like my parents would have never known that. Like I know. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Just never know it.
How are you learning, like, all these, like, parenting things, like pump and dump and...
Oh, from
Well-
my mum and dad and from Tasha's parents.
Yeah.
So they help heaps, especially with Tasha's stuff. Like for me, it's just like, oh yeah, go to work, come home.
Oh, yeah.
Parenting's quite easy for me.
Are you finding it like quite hard to, you know, pay all your bills and stuff like that with having a baby? Because like, you know, living
Kids are
costs
expensive,
and
bro.
kids, yeah.
Nah, not really. I think it's because I go to work more now.
Oh,
You know? Like, I actually have like
Yeah, actually have a job. Yeah.
yeah. Back
Unlike
then,
me. Anyways, yeah. So
Nixon, bro, Judah said it herself.
he said it himself.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
nah,
inside joke for the first half
Yeah,
an hour.
yeah,
That wasn't.
yeah, yeah. Judah was saying I was poor, so we should talk about it on the podcast
No,
anyway.
I didn't.
But if you want to hear that, Spotify down below.
I was talking about his story that it would be good to talk about being in the struggles, you know, as a content creator, but
Yeah,
just wanting to
struggles.
continue to pursue something that you really like, you
Bro,
know?
being a content creator is so hard.
That is hard.
Yeah, it is hard. You can't just like, but what I respect so much is Jimmy. Like his story about how he like posted on the internet for about 5 years till he made a cent.
Yeah.
5 years.
Something like that. I think it was it was within like 3 or 5 years before he made money. So
Sorry,
he was
crazy.
posting, and back then, like he had heaps of followers. I think he said back then he had like 200,000 on Facebook, and he wasn't making any money.
That's crazy.
But that was because when he was posting, there wasn't like social media stars, and no one knew how to
Yeah, there was
how
no
to
one
make
before
money
them.
from it. You know, like no one knew how to capitalize on social media and create money and revenue.
It's kind of like gamers now.
Yeah.
Like you would have never thought 10 years ago
Yeah.
that people could play Fortnite and win millions.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
There's-
but then you never thought that you know, you could have 300,000 followers and not make money. So
yeah, hard.
and you're staring at an example.
But that's crazy. Like when we were young, I was probably looking up to Jimmy and was like, bro, like he's probably making like heaps
Yeah,
of money,
yeah,
eh?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
really, he actually wasn't. But it's kind of sad though, because I feel like once TikTok
But-
came around, it made everything really easier, and
Yeah.
we should be very grateful to be able to get some jobs, whereas he didn't have
Yeah.
to any jobs for 5 years.
No, Jimmy does make money now, but
Yeah.
it was just the fact of like, because social media
His
was
grind.
so new to everyone, and he had to grind to be able to like make those connections.
Mm.
Whereas it's so much easier because there's so many different platforms now, and so many other social media creators that make money. So it's just like, oh yeah, here's another social media creator. We'll use this person. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then that's that's how a lot of people make their money.
Yeah, hard. It's fuck. What was I gonna say? I kind of lost what I was gonna say. It was
Did
like-
you just hear
Sorry.
Judah?
Oh my
Judah just
God.
like burped her mind out.
Pardon me,
I
sorry.
don't know.
like I think it's different now because of people like Jimmy though.
Yeah,
Because-
exactly. He shaped it. You
Yeah,
know?
and like if it wasn't for Jimmy, if it wasn't for Johnny, if it wasn't for Chris Fox, if
Yeah.
it wasn't for those people that
Yeah.
did it,
Yeah.
you would have never known you could make money off social media,
Straight up.
and you would have never known how to. So like you got to give your props to like the OGs.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah. Shout out to
Sounds like-
you.
OGs.
Sounds
Anyways,
like we're
fuck you,
talking
Jimmy.
about
Nah,
rappers.
nah.
eh?
Huh?
Sounds like we're talking about rappers. Like, oh, gotta give respect.
Yeah, gotta respect their name, bro. Straight up,
Put
G.
some respect on my
Shout out to
name.
Jimmy G.
Shout out to
Shout
Jimmy
out Jimmy.
Jackson. If it wasn't for you, would be here. Well, I probably wouldn't even know what skits were. Because I think he was like the skit guy, right? And I didn't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
watch anyone else's videos that made... Oh,
Yeah.
and Cougar Boys, but like...
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was your inspiration, Tanis, to make videos?
but I don't even know, G. I actually have no clue.
Yeah.
Like, I used to watch people, but it was never like I wanted to make money off social media.
Yeah.
I
Nah.
like it was never like a massive thing to me to be like an actor or anything like performance wise growing up. I did cuppas growing up, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Because my whole life was league.
Yeah, true. Sports
Yeah, so
and
what are you
that, eh?
doing? Why aren't you on the Warriors?
Oh, well, you know how we just spoke about alcohol? If I never found out what that was, because I'd be in the NRL, hopefully. But what was it? Yeah. What were we just?
So
talking
was your first thing like on social media J Geeks, right? Because you...
Yes, sorry, that's where I was getting at. So
Yeah.
I played League all the way up until I was 17, never posted anything like harder on Instagram or did like I made like a skit when I was 13 and I got mocked for it, never did another one.
Yeah.
And then
What was it about?
I was about like taking your older siblings' clothes
Oh, bro, that's
and
a
like
classic.
and then being like, "Oh, why have you got my jumper on? Hey, you said I could have it."
I want to see this video
Yeah.
so bad.
Because it's so bad. It was like one of those, "Oh, sis, can I wear this jumper?" Push the button to stop.
But see, that's exactly what my skits are like. Like, I go back and watch them, and I used to think, like, they were so good, and I go back and watch them now,
Yeah.
and they're so bad.
Yeah. Like,
They
what are you
so
doing?
bad. Yeah. And, like, you see me look at the camera, like, each time I stop it, and, like, I look at the likes, and they're, like, 50,000 likes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so
Like,
crazy,
I'm literally like staring at the camera. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Then I look at the camera and press stop. And then I change positions. And that shit has 50,000 likes. And I'm like,
Pulls up
how?
a video.
Yeah. And now we're like sitting here going like, oh, continuity. Oh, no, you got to throw it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Everyone, shush, we're filming. Bro, the amount of times you hear shush,
Bro.
filming.
Yeah, bro, and
Crazy.
then even like that, like I'll watch my videos and there'll just be my mum and my parents talking in the background and like watching TV. But now these days I'm like, shut up, mum! I'm making a video.
Making a video? But yeah,
I'm working.
So yeah, from 17, I was rugby league, and then my mum did an interview with someone that was a part-time J Geek. They were like, oh, my mum said, you're not doing anything. Do you want to be a J Geek? And I was like, oh, I've done cuppas and I know that I can dance. So yeah, sweet. Let's make an extra bit of money.
Mean dancer, by the way. Mean dancer.
Bit of money on the weekend, and then from there, I left the J Geeks, not for like any like bad reasons, but we're all like sorted now. But I left the J Geeks, and then ended up in Hahana. I got like a random call from Lou.
Shout out to Hana.
Yeah.
I
Honestly started
I still remember Lou calling me. It was so funny. You remember at school, the assemblies?
Yes, the
Assemblies.
last clap.
Yeah, the last clap.
I was
You
that
were
guy.
that kid. You were that kid, eh?
Yeah.
You were that kid that would be in the assembly and everyone else would stop clapping and you just see Tanis in the back of the room.
Bro, last clap champ. Last clap champ.
Oh
Do you-
my
at
God.
your schools, did you ever have like the year sixes that used to present the assembly? Like on a Friday, you would have an assembly and the year six kids would
Nah.
present it? Oh, so at our school, we used to have it and you'd be like picked out. They'll be like, okay, so Tanis and, I don't know, someone would be the people that like read out what's happening and, oh, these are going to be the certificates presented. And then you'd sit down and you had to sit on the stage, G. And I remember I was like, having like clapping for something, and I was on stage in front of all of the teachers, and my mate just kept, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
on the stage, cuz
Yeah.
and he
This
got
guy.
sent out.
Oh, real?
I don't get caught. Take that,
Even though you were on the stage in clear view of everyone.
Tyler, mate. I still got you, cuz. Yeah.
What's like the worst thing you've done in school that's like gotten you in trouble?
I don't think I can say.
Say it. Say it.
So I was part of a massive theft ring.
Whoa.
In high school, yeah. What the? So I've been, actually, yeah, I can talk about it because I've been caught and I've dealt
Yeah.
with, I've been punished for it. But yeah, we used to steal from Countdown and then sell it at school.
What the
Yeah.
freak?
This naughty guy.
Stealing what? Stealing what, though?
V's.
Wait, we just need to check this fee. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go scan it and see if it was actually stolen,
Oh
reported
no,
stolen.
you can't do it when you take them out of the boxes. No.
Whoa.
But yeah, so that was like the worst. I got suspended for like a week. Yeah, a week, and then I
Oh,
was
is
just
that
like
it?
fighting. Yeah.
But how does
I
it?
went in front of like the main teachers and stuff like that, and had to have like a massive talk. But it was like funny because I was the only one that didn't tell on anyone.
But don't you find that so?
Never snitch.
Never snitch.
Yeah, don't you find that so weird though that like the schools always get involved? Like if you or even if there was a fight, say at like a mall or something, usually like the schools would get called up first,
Yeah.
and because they're like in uniform or whatever, and they
Yeah.
would get in trouble. The school itself.
Oh, sorry. I was wondering. I was like, obviously they would have to contact the school. They just got into a fight. Oh, I see
Yeah.
what you mean
But
now.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the schools get in trouble and then they're like, because I know Henderson High School, they say that you're not allowed to wear your uniform outside of school.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Not even
'cause-
just
so then
behave
the
yourself.
school doesn't get in trouble.
Like not even a
Yeah,
behave
not
yourself.
even behave yourself. Go be naughty. Just don't wear our school uniform.
And see, that's the attitude. That's the reason why. Cuz I don't hear that stuff at St. Peter's College.
Yeah, true.
Roseville College gets into fight at Countdown.
Yeah, I never see that at our school, mate. We were good kids. We were taught to stand up for old
shush.
ladies.
So you stole and didn't wait? Did you get in trouble by the police and go to court or whatever?
No.
Whoa,
But it's because
Whoa.
he's younger than 18.
The police did come
Oh,
in. Like,
yeah.
the police did come in and talk to us and say that they had our names in the system
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And we were told that like if we got into any trouble before like a thing, then they can like they'll know what we've already done. So yeah. But I got suspended. Me and my cousin got suspended for a week, and like the rest of them, like there was like 9 of us.
Yeah. And you're the headmaster?
You're the ringleader.
No statement.
Ringleader
no
tennis.
statement. No statement. Nah, yeah. Well, it was funny though. Like,
It was funny though.
yeah, it was funny. But then, like, you realize, like, bro, there's no honor amongst thieves.
Yeah, but that's like the thing is like what I think about too is you can never trust a thief. You
Yeah,
know
no,
what I mean?
exactly. Like, and like the way I think about it, because like, yeah, I got into fights in school and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I had fights, I had punch-ons, but it was like, you know, you can deal with a person that fights, but for me to be then suspended for thieving, like being a thief, every time my parents have like lost the money, now they're thinking it was me. Yeah, like, you know, that you cannot trust a thief. They'll steal your stuff. So I was like, oh, I never want to have like that label on me. So I like went straight, no stealing and stuff. I'd rather just be hungry than steal.
Yeah.
Don't
Unless
steal,
I
guys.
needed nappies. That's different.
That's different.
I'll do anything for my daughter, mate. If I had to steal
Next week, everyone from this podcast is watching you walk into Countdown and run out with like 5 packets of
200
nappies.
fucking nappies, they just out there.
Watch out for that, guys.
Soldiers.
He's stealing nappies again.
Nappy thief.
But yeah, so that was like the worst trouble I ever got in at school.
Judah doesn't have any stories of getting in trouble at school.
I was like the, you know, like the.
Do you know what a
Goody
Seuss is?
What's that?
To be like a Seuss?
What's that?
Oh, fuck. Do you know what a Seuss is?
No.
Oh, never mind. Don't fucking worry
What's a
about me.
Seuss?
Oh, it was something that
I'm
we
a
used to
Seuss.
call like bitch boys at school.
Oh, no, I was just
Seuss bag.
A sauce.
I was a good kid.
Sauce.
I was a good
Yeah,
kid.
so you would be a Seuss.
I mean, I only got in trouble once when I had like a padded tennis bat, and I was like, I just didn't want to give it back to the people. I wanted to keep on playing.
Yeah.
So then I was like threatening them with the padded tennis bat.
Oh, jeez. You don't want to see that. You want the bat in your face, man.
I was like, go away!
Fuck off, cunt. I'm from fucking Tokoro, bitch.
You want to
fucking
rumble?
hood,
I got
motherfucker.
this bat. I got this bat.
And I got in trouble, and I was like sad as. Oh, and then you know like the that thing back in the days, and they'll like put like flour, and then they'll like prank the teachers, and they'll like slam the something cam,
Smack cam.
smack cam. Yeah, we were talking about doing that in our like class, but it was mainly like some other guys. But I got in like the most trouble out of everyone. I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't even like the person that was like fucking mastering this whole shit, bro.
But I remember. Sorry, keep going.
And I was like so freaking sad because it was one of my favorite teachers, and like she was really sad about it. And I was like, I ended up crying. I was like, oh, well, I'm not that person, man.
Sauce.
Fucking Seuss bag. Yeah, we weren't even allowed to say it at school. Who was your favorite teacher? Of all your years, who was your guys' favorite teacher?
I don't even know.
Some of my teachers follow me on TikTok.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I got my favorite teacher.
One.
I got my favorite teacher, but I don't know if I want.
to. Sorry. She just says that her teacher's
She's awesome, though.
Oh shit. Okay.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
Vicky
yeah.
Banks. Oh wow, her name's Miss Chatterton now. She's awesome. She always comments on me like, doing well, girls. Yeah.
Yeah. My teacher. I don't know if I want to say. Oh no.
Sorry, that's viral because that TikTok was viral. She just finished talking and I'm just like, anyway.
Yeah, so my teacher, I don't know if I can even say this, but my favorite teacher
Okay. What the fuck?
lost his virginity to my auntie.
Sorry.
Fuck, whoa.
Yeah,
hold
but he
up,
was my favorite
fucking
teacher,
tuck
so
the fucking car back in
So-
reverse and fucking
but he
check
was the
your
man.
review. What
He was the
fuck?
man. And I was like, well, so shout out to my auntie, but you know.
Was he
Nah,
good
but-
looking? Was he good looking?
He was a bit, yeah.
How the fuck did you come to find this information? Like, he's
I
a
don't
teacher,
know.
and did you just go out?
She-
Did you fuck my auntie?
No.
Sorry.
So my auntie goes, you know, what school do you go to? She lives in Australia, and I was like, oh, Massey, and she's like, oh, I know a teacher that goes to Massey, and but this said it to my mum, and my mum was like, she was like, yeah, I you know, lost my blah, 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 to that teacher, and then I was like, oosh, and then she goes, oh, his name's. and then
You fucking did that on purpose,
no.
I bet you when you edit it, it's gonna be like.
But nah, he was the man, bro. He called me. Oh, he gave me his number before I left the school and was
okay.
like, you know, if you ever need help, hit me up. Like that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Like he's the man.
he got you. He
Hit
got
him
you.
up or make sure that
Like hit him up.
your auntie up.
Like yeah, that's what I mean. Like hit him up to message mine.
Fuck.
But
I feel like with that kind of statement, he's saying there's unfinished business there.
yeah.
Bro,
I
imagine
don't
if
know,
they got
could
married.
be wrong. Could be wrong. Who knows?
But you know what I mean? Like he's trying to find any doorway to get back to your auntie.
Yeah.
'cause
Probably.
That's how I see it anyway.
Nah, he's the man. He can have my auntie if he
Yeah.
wants.
But my favorite teacher when I was at school, I have two. So I have my favorite primary and my favorite at St. Peter's. So
Yeah.
my favorite primary teacher was Miss Holder. She was my F5 teacher. She was like the best teacher. I reckon. Nah, she's
Don't
hands
lie.
down.
You had a crush on her, bro.
Oh, she was a young teacher. Yeah, she was beautiful, hard. Nah, but like she understood me. Cause
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I was an angry little kid, G. I used to fight so much in primary. Like I just had problems with fighting
naughty.
in school. Nah, but like it was because like these kids knew what like would make me angry. And like for me, when I was that age, you never spoke with my mother and you never spoke with my sisters. And if you spoke with my mother or my sisters, I'll throw a chair at you. Like, you know, that kind of
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
an angry little kid. And she just understood that it wasn't even that. I just had too much energy built up. I just had heaps of energy. So she used to
But
just
it- yeah.
send me to fucking go run around the fucking class.
It's just like literally the teachers that spend time and actually like want to learn and speak to you.
Yeah.
Like mean so much more. Like you could have a teacher that was just like, you know, work every day. But if she was like, oh, hey, Nixon, how you been?
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah,
no
just that
teacher,
little
there's hardly
asking.
any teacher that would be like, "Hey Nixon, how you been? How's that new video you've been working on?"
Because I reckon
Like-
if you came to Peter's,
Yeah.
G, that's every teacher. Like, you felt loved by every teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for,
Be
like,
nice.
there was, like, the odd ones. Like, yeah, there were dickheads.
Yeah.
You know, and there were some teachers that didn't like you. But, like, for the most part, like, the teachers felt like they actually cared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But even like, you know, cracking some jokes here and there and being like, you know, a little bit like not strict, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just like more of like, you know, because it's always going to work if you have a teacher and you think of him as your best mate,
Yeah.
you know? And that's
Yes.
that's what you need to do if you're a teacher, I
Yeah.
think.
And there was that, like, Petersburg, like, my teacher, Mr. Fricker. Oh, he was like my dean. But he was like, so when I got older, the teachers kind of stopped liking me. And I ended
Yeah.
up spending heaps of times at the dean's office just because, like, I'll get kicked out. Like, I remember the fastest I got kicked out was in year 12. And it was the first period of the first day of school, like my first ever class. And I walked in, saw the teacher, and we weren't allowed to call him something. And I was like, hey, ta-da. I was like so excited to see him. And I was like, surely he wouldn't mind. And he was like, Tanis, out. And I went straight to Fricker and he was just like, what the fuck? Like, you have amazed
Bro.
me once again, Tanis. You have fully amazed me.
I used to have the same teacher, like, but he wasn't allowed, we were not allowed to call him mate.
Oh, true.
Yeah, yeah. So if you called him mate, he would get angry as, and it like spread throughout the school. So like all the kids started calling him mate. You
Obviously.
know, like, and bro, there was this new kid, and he'd never met the teacher before, and so like us boys, like 3 boys, were like, bro, I dare you. We were like, we'll play I dare you with the new bro, and see get him to just go call him mate. Like he won't think it's that bad, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we're like, bro, I dare
Like,
you,
pass it
and he
off in the
loses.
first
Yeah,
round,
yeah,
eh?
he loses, and then we're like, oh, bro, I dare you to go over and just be like, hey, mate, how are you? And
Oh,
he goes
nah.
over to him and he goes, hey, mate, how are you? And he goes, what did you say? And he gets so angry. He's like, I just called you mate. What's wrong with calling you mate? And he's like, who told you to say it? Who told you to say it? And he's like, oh, like, because he was actually the bro, so he didn't like snitch
Oh,
on us,
yeah, I
you
was
know?
about to say,
yeah.
And he's
He
like,
held
he's
it
like,
down.
he's like, no one, sir. I was just calling you mate because you're my mate, eh, sir? Like, keep going with it.
Oh,
And
nah.
then he's like, get to the dean's office now.
That sounds
And
like
he had to
something
go
your
to
mate
the
Bailey
dean's
would do.
office, bro.
Whoa.
That sounded like something your mate Bailey would do.
Nah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
but
he was
no, he ended up going to the dean's office and getting in trouble for calling a teacher mate.
5.
But that's so stupid. Like, what's wrong with calling you mate? Like, I don't
used to get
understand
pretty
that.
savage on my teachers when I got older though.
Yeah, because you're a little shit.
Yeah,
How
no, but like
savage?
it was all in like there was a few times where I was like, that's pretty wretched. So there was a dude that, there was one of our teachers that he had like this funny walk.
Fuck.
He had this funny walk and I used to
So you
always think,
bullied him.
nah, I called him Mr. Tumnus because he was like walking like that fucking half man, half horse from Narnia.
Oh, Mr. Thomas.
Yeah. So
Oh
I called
my
him that.
God.
And then this
Oh,
other teacher.
Richard.
No, but then like I had a science teacher and he was like, oh, you're going to be like fucking useless. Because I was asleep. Like, I'll be honest, yeah, I was asleep in class. Like, you know, I was fucking
Usual
tired.
from tennis.
Nah, I hated sleeping in class, only in science. But yeah, so I got like yelled at and he was like, you know, you're gonna be nothing if you keep sleeping in my class, blah blah blah, all of this, all of that. I'm just like, mate, you just awarded me a merit last week. Like,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
you're like, look at me now. What are
Yeah,
you doing?
Look at me now.
What are you doing?
I'm a construction worker.
Yeah. Look at me now. I've got a kid and I'm a construction worker and I'm engaged.
So all those
And-
teachers that said that I was gonna be unsuccessful and have a 9-to-5 job, man, fuck yous. You had a lucky guess.
But we were definitely 3 different people in high school, bro.
Yeah, nah,
3
definitely.
different people. Like, you were probably one of the freaking naughty kids in my classes that would
Yep.
be like, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, you would be one of the naughty kids that Judah would definitely not talk to you now because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you sound
Yeah.
like a James. Oh fuck, I don't want to
Like
say that.
if I came to Rose Hill and I never did social media and then someone said that they knew me in the future, you'll be like, oh, that motherfucker.
Oh, that guy.
Alright, what's he doing now?
Yeah, what's he doing
Yeah.
now? Oh,
I
No,
don't
but-
think.
9-to-5
See,
construction.
I didn't really mind some of the naughty guys because they knew when to do it, and then some of them were just like stupid about it, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
what one were you?
Like-
were you like?
Nah, I didn't try to disrupt the class or anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like if
yeah,
you throw it at me, I'll throw it back.
Yeah. See, that's like all good.
Like if you come for me and say like, oh, you look sloppy, blah blah blah, I'll just say, oh, so's your hairline, like all good, you know.
Yeah. Then you're
I was
right.
cheeky, definitely cheeky.
Yes.
I was the
I was-
cheeky one. I don't
Same.
think I wasn't naughty. Like maybe I was a bit naughty,
Did
but
you
I
ever
was
swear at
cheeky.
your teachers?
No.
Maybe once.
No.
Maybe once.
I knew the answer for you,
No, I wouldn't swear at them.
but you'll swear with the cool ones, eh?
No, like it would be like he kicked you out, and then I'd be like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything, sir. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck? I didn't do anything. It wouldn't be like fuck you. It wasn't
Did you
like
get
that.
pulled out of class? Were
Yeah,
you one of those
heaps.
ones? Oh no.
Yeah, but you'll do that with the kind of all good teachers because you wouldn't try to do that shit with your headmaster.
Oh no, I'll do it with the dumb teachers that just I know wouldn't be able to
Nice.
tell me off heaps.
Damn.
No, because there was this teacher though. He was just the worst teacher in the world.
Tell me about
His name, he was, I don't know, I can't remember his name. But it was my photography class teacher, and he's just the worst teacher. So like the guy, you know me, I could take photos, right? I could take all right photos,
Sometimes.
you know, like
Oh, yeah,
I could take
yeah.
all right
Yeah, yeah.
photos,
All right
you know.
photos, yeah, let's be
And,
realistic.
and so like he was trying to tell me how to like use this camera, and he's like teaching me like all these like old ways that like he's like it must have been 70 something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's okay, sir. I can do it myself. I don't need your help. I can do it. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
I take photos, and this is back when me and Mana would do weddings and shit. Like we
Oh,
were
yeah.
fine. Like we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
good.
yeah.
And like, well, like for school, you know, like we
Yeah.
could easily do what he was trying to get us to do. And then like, so we wouldn't do any work. We'd just take the piss out of this teacher the whole time. And we'd just be like, we'd like have days where we'd like stack the chairs up, and we'd never do work. And then like, he was like, you guys are gonna fail, like completely fail. This is like just astronomical that you guys don't do this work and blah, blah, blah.
Astronomical.
Like,
Spell
all this guy, and we're like, okay. And so I think you have 6 months in the year where you have to spend on this project of taking these photos.
Oh,
and
is it like
doing
your external?
Yeah.
Is it on like one of
That's
those
the
boards?
One of
board, eh?
those big boards,
Yeah.
yeah. And so you have 6 months to do that whole thing. And so I didn't do any work until the last week, and I finished it. And then I got an excellence. And my mate didn't do any work until the last day. And me and him just smashed it out and did it on the last day, and he got achieved.
Wow.
So I was like, bro, it's just let me just like muck around in your class so then I can get an excellence in the last week.
what did he say about that?
Yeah, he said nothing. He shushed his mouth straight away.
Shame.
And I was like,
Take
see,
that.
like, you're giving me 9 months to do this. I'm going to muck around and play games on the computer and just like yell at you sometimes.
Are you like work under pressure kind of guy?
No, I'm just like, I'm not gonna do this until it needs to be really done.
Oh.
Like I'm like, I'm like leave it to last minute, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I'm, you know, I have to do a film or something, and I won't film it. I'll have like 6 weeks to film it, and I'll film it in the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll let the gas in your tank go to E before you fill it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm like, I'm gonna muck around, listen to music, play on the computer until the last week, and then maybe I'll think about doing it.
Yeah.
I was such like that person too. I had like an essay due in, and I walk around with my phone at lunchtime in it and just finish it off, and then I like got merit in that, and I was like, true.
But see, that's like I'm the same, but during that time, that's when I muck around and piss the teachers off because there's nothing else to do.
Fuck, I failed
but like,
everything out.
I didn't like piss them off like intentionally.
Yeah.
But if they were like asking me to do work, I'll be like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Like I'd piss them off in that sense. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
But I was like, I actually did pass fucking school quite well. But I was the same with my art, so I wasn't allowed to take photography. My dad was like, I'm not paying that much money for you to go to the school to take fucking photos. So he let me do art though, because he knew that I was passionate about drawing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, so he let me do it, and I did the exact same as you. I left it till like, I think maybe like 2 weeks, because I actually had to paint the fuckers, you know. And I got a merit, I think. And I still see my board's still at home, and I look at it now going, fuck, if I actually paid like more attention and more like time on that work.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's what school is. It's literally just paying attention and doing your work, and you'll get excellence. Like you'll pass. It's hard. But it's just whether the fact that you can be fucked or not.
And you should be fucked.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I passed the year with the merit endorsement. That's all good. I think that's all right. That's
Is
not
that-
that
Oh,
bad.
is that what you passed with
Yeah.
in year 13?
Yeah.
But I just
Yeah.
achieved.
Hey.
I just passed.
Fuck, I was.
Oh, see,
think
I
was the
didn't
same
do-
as you. Fun fact: I never wagged the class.
Yeah,
Ever.
same.
Hey.
Actually,
Nah,
tough.
never.
You just take the whole day off, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I'll just say I'm sick and I'll just stay home.
Bro, I used to love going to school.
No, like
school.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I never wagged class because I wasn't like that. I don't think I was that naughty. Like I was naughty in class, but I was.
You had your
never-
moments, eh?
Yeah. I don't like because I still would go to class, but I just like I would be too scared to wear class just because I think my parents would know.
Yeah, I wasn't
Like-
scared of the school getting me in trouble. I was scared of my parents.
Yeah. And see, like I'd be as naughty until the point where they go, "I'm gonna call your mum," and I'd be like, "Okay, sorry, I'll do my work now."
Yeah, no, I used to always somehow miss that point, and it would just either be all good, Tanis, I'm calling your mother.
Yeah. Sometimes too. But bro, I remember in year 9, where you know how you have to sit down and do your test. Year 9 doesn't matter at all doing a test and not talking and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm doing my test, and this is social studies, by the way. I finished my test within 15 minutes. I turn around and I say to this person behind me, "Are you finished?" The teacher calls me and tells me to go stand outside and calls my parents because of it.
Shame.
I was like,
Shouldn't have fucking talked during the
the
test.
fuck?
You had one job.
You had one
Right.
job.
Don't
and
talk.
she cancelled my test and said not achieved because I talked during the test and I could be cheating. I was like, "Are you
Oh,
serious, bro?" I
whoa.
like literally just turned around and was like, "Are you finished?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Ish." And then I sat back and then she called the deans and my mum was like, "What the fuck?" Shush, mum. You don't know.
Poos and wheeze. Fucking Brotown. Do you remember Brotown?
Yeah, bro.
Could you
Nah, see, I
imagine?
never watched Brotown Day.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
can tell.
I missed out on it.
I can
missed
tell.
out on it. Yeah.
Wow. You
Anaya
did.
loves Brotown.
No, but I've seen
She watches it?
Yeah.
Bro, I like Jeff the Mari. Jeff the Mario.
I like Mac.
I've seen.
Is it the one with the
little bits.
glasses?
Nah, the fuffer.
I
The,
can't
the
remember.
big boy. He used to always say that he was like poor
Oh,
and broken.
the bold one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to always say, "Oh, you know, I can't wait to get home to my bed." And the boys in Valeo would be like, "Mac, you said, what do you mean your bed?" And he goes, "Yeah, my bed. That's a bus stop. Yeah, because I'm hood." But he like lived with his mum and dad in like this fucking nice
Mansion.
episode. Yeah, in his mansion. He's like, "Hello, Jeffrey." He was the man.
Jeff the Mario.
But yeah, Naya loves watching Brotown. She'll just sit there just like
Brotown's classic.
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 But I'm telling you right now, Brotown would not be able to be televised in this day and age.
Yeah, no.
Probably not. A lot of things in there was
It's so like, what's
Nuts.
the word? Like stereotypes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Maori was a hoary. you know.
Yeah.
But this is the same
Wow.
with Jonah from Tonga. That stuff's not allowed to play anymore
Yeah, no way.
because it's
Because I used to watch that and still thought it was bad.
yeah, it was good though. It was a good show.
Like bad,
Nah,
like.
yeah, definitely good.
Oh, I thought you meant like bad, like
no,
me.
but it was it was bad stereotypes and how they portray it. But that's just what he is. Like that's just what Chris Lilly does, and he does it to everyone.
Because it's being a comedian.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
expose that stuff, like, and that's why, like, bro, comedians today is like probably one of the toughest jobs in creating.
Because you can't say anything without offending anyone.
You're gonna offend someone. So
They're
I'm
gonna-
very careful.
Yeah, Judah,
Cancelled.
have you ever been like somewhat cancelled for doing something?
Let's end it.
Yeah, let's end it.
That was probably like the worst one. Let's end it. Because I remember crying about that
Yeah,
shit. 'cause-
nah, let's end it was like far, but that pissed me off though.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was like we still thought we were on the right. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there,
Oh, because we were.
yeah, but
Yeah.
But,
we
sorry.
were in a sense. In a sense, we have to be nice on it now. Like
we have to be, But
yeah, nah, that was
we
the
just
most.
offended someone.
yeah,
Sorry.
we just offended someone. But
Offended
oh,
a
well.
lot of people apparently.
Actual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the comments? I did not. I
The
was like,
comments
what
were
the
so
heck?
bad.
But I stopped reading them, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly stopped reading them.
No,
That
but
day
like
made me so fucking sad, eh? I was
I stopped reading them because I knew that we weren't allowed to reply, but were like advised not to.
yeah.
So I was like sitting there, like, even in my head, I was thinking, am I gonna create like a fake page so I can say what I really think?
Yeah, bro. No, I wanted to create a fake page
Oh,
and do
just
that,
like-
but
just so I could speak my
I
mind,
Didn't,
but-
I didn't.
But why would you think that we would be making something like that to like advertise something bad? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a bunch of kids that are Maori. This doesn't make sense.
We
But
missed the mark.
Yeah, so
yeah.
basically,
We
if
missed
you
the
guys
mark.
don't know what it was let's
search
end
it.
it. Let's end
search
it,
it.
which is we were saying that we wanted to end speaking to Te Reo Māori, but
Sarcastically.
it was sarcastically, and we wanted you guys to realise that speaking to Te Reo is we don't want it to end, we want it to keep flourishing. So that's sort of what we were going for.
yeah,
you know?
but obviously missed the
yeah,
mark with that.
flourishing. Yeah, we missed the mark.
We're inspired by Taika Waititi, but obviously did not do a great job of it.
Have you seen the new
Thor movie?
Oh, yeah.
Are we gonna say? Are we gonna do it?
Yeah, we are gonna
let's
do it. We're
Nah,
gonna do
was
it.
Trash.
Did not like it.
It was so
It was-
trash.
Haven't watched it, so don't give off too much. But
Okay.
actual,
Yeah, nah.
Wasn't
nah.
that great, bro? It's just
I love Taika though. I love
Yeah.
Taika. He just didn't hit the mark on that one. I don't
Didn't.
think.
I think the mark is a reoccurring topic in this.
Yeah. No, it is. He just didn't. It just
didn't.
wasn't it.
wait, straight up when you watch it, it's just like, oh, I don't know. Can we just say some things?
I think it was just rushed. I
'Cause I
think it
watched
was
the-
quite rushed and yeah.
Yeah, I watched the documentary on it, on like Taika actually talking about how he viewed it, and he was saying that because obviously Love and Thunder is actually based off of a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, in the comics, he notices in the pictures and stuff, when I don't know what the bad guy's name is, but when the bad guy is there, he's always surrounded by darkness, like all of that kind of stuff. So I was like kind of pretty keen. But are you talking like trash along the lines of like producing it, or like the writing, or
Writing.
the writing?
Yeah,
Writing.
I feel like the bad guys,
storyline. The bad guys part is good.
so good.
Yeah.
The bad guys
Yeah.
bit's good. It's just when it comes to Thor and then like some of the emotional bits with like Jane and stuff and everyone in the film, it just misses it. It just like it felt like it was too comedic, then more than action.
Yeah.
There was no balance.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
But it just seemed
nah,
like
it was
just came
take
off
a
as
piss.
comedy.
Like, you know, like Vampire Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of
it
just
was
felt
like that.
like that.
It was like, you know, like those movie disaster or like Scary
yeah.
Movie 5.
Oh,
They
true.
brought off those vibes.
Like
Yeah.
a parody vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like
sucks.
some bits were cool, but then some was just like, well, that wasn't needed.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
just-
Not to give off though that the movie was like real
Real
bad.
bad. It's
Like
just-
there was good parts and there
Yeah.
was also bad parts, but I think like he just hit the mark on a little bit of it.
Because I feel like Ragnarok was like a good balance of
Yeah.
comedy and like action.
Yeah.
That was like good, but this one's
Yeah.
too
I would
comedic.
even say, like, what if, like, maybe it wasn't just such a bad movie, but they should have just left Taika with Ragnarok, like, you know, and have him just only owning that Thor.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah, I understand
other,
what you mean.
I don't know, maybe there's other directors that have actually continuously done Avengers kind of movies in that Marvel Cinematic world.
Mm.
But, like, what if, like, I think it could have been better if he just left it at Ragnarok. But I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet. I might actually watch it. And
Yeah, go watch
Yeah,
it.
go watch it.
Thoughts on Andrew Tate? No.
Oh, nah. Nah, no comment.
No.
Yeah,
comment.
okay. Do you think girls should be able to go out? No fucking way.
Oh, he's a different human, eh? He's a different human.
One of a kind.
But I like his work ethic. Oh, I appreciate his work ethic, like how hard he works and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because he raised like good points when it comes to like money. Like he says like, oh, you know, you want to be out there making money and you want to make all this money and stuff like that. When was the last time you sat down with your mates and only spoke about money and how you're going to create money? Like that like I like taking away stuff from him like that.
But that's what he said. He said that he sat in his room and all he did was thought about money for like a month or something.
Yeah.
And that's all he thought about.
And how he was going to do it.
And how he was going to make money.
He's an out of it character. But he gets me in trouble without even agreeing to his stuff.
Tasha's like, nah.
Yeah,
but like that's I'll just watch like a video or something and I'll just be like, okay, don't tell me off, man. I don't believe in it, but I'm just watching it. I'm just watching it. I'm just seeing what he says.
I feel like his what's it called? Like his
analogies.
No. Like even like his the way he speaks. What is it? His fucking
Tone.
no, not tone. It is his accent. His accent to me is quite addictive. Because I can't make out what he sounds like. I can't make out if he sounds American or if he sounds British or if he sounds like.
But there's always like emphasis on how he speaks as well, and that's what draws you in.
And when he
you
believes
start
something,
watching.
he believes it. 100%.
And he'll be like, "Look, if you're not going to the beach, then you're doing something wrong with your life."
Yeah.
Like that brings you
Passionate,
in, you
like-
know, passionate when he speaks, and it just like you're just like, "Oh, what is he talking about?
You
Why
don't
is he so
hesitate.
passionate about it?"
Like he'll be like, I'll be watching his stuff. Like I remember, I think we were like watching the podcast. I was watching his podcast with Nelk.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, listening, blah blah blah. And I think Tasha was sitting next to me, and he goes off on this tangent about like, oh, you know, like loyalty, blah blah blah. If your man wanted to cheat, he'll cheat, blah blah blah. You know, like if he had it his way, he'll cheat. And I'm just like, bro, you need to shut up right now, cuz.
Don't just like sit in there like.
Question is about to come smashed right at the side of my face, and I'm just going, no, he's all shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like sitting there like.
Yeah, she's like sitting there. No, it's bad enough that it's on the TV, and she's like, I don't want my daughter listening to this, and I'm just like, nah, fair enough.
Yeah, but do you think that it's worse if a girl cheats than a guy does cheat?
I think cheating's bad.
Cheating is
cheating.
bad.
Cheating's bad.
Cheating is cheating.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, yes, I do believe that it's worse for girls.
Because
Wait,
I feel
sorry.
like because girls have so much more of a connection with someone.
I think,
and girls don't want to just have sex here and there. Whereas men are very fucking like out there and they just want to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas if a girl does, it's more like they have a connection with that person and they actually care about that person.
yeah, because
Amen.
But it's still just as bad. It's still just as
Oh.
bad
It's
as
still
anyone.
just as
if
bad,
anyone cheats, it's
but,
just as
like,
bad.
Yes.
for women are more known to want to know the person that they're sleeping with, get to know them, have an actual connection.
Yes.
Whereas most guys are like seen to just have a dirty one night.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
So if the girl cheated on the dude, it's way worse.
I not every time. It's still bad. All of it is bad.
Oh, yeah.
But I just feel like that would be worse because like you would see that the girl would have more of a connection.
Oh yeah, because they're probably cheating because they're connected to that. They feel connected more to that person. Then you would probably just cheat because it was like physical.
Just because you're dumb on a dumb night,
Yeah.
like
Dumb night.
but it didn't.
Oh, that's
You
interesting.
know, but
to
it's still
understand.
wrong for a man to cheat.
For
and
sure.
a man should
For
never
sure.
Cheating,
cheat.
cheating, guys.
Yeah,
Cheating
Okay,
is cheating.
Cheating,
Like,
cheating.
end of the day, cheating is cheating.
Yeah. Anyways,
Both are worse.
What are we doing here, Tanis? We're digging ourselves a
Yeah,
hole.
wait.
Oh shit! You know
Digging
what?
ourselves a hole.
At the end of the day, I've put a ring on it. She's just gonna have to deal with it forever. Let's be real men, eh? Let's be real
I
men.
feel like it would be like emotionally damaging for the girl
Yeah, it would be.
because like they've like you
Because
said, like
there's that physical connection.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
that connection with that person.
yeah,
hard.
because me personally would connect with someone first emotionally and mentally before physically.
Exactly.
That's just me. But
But
like
guys
yeah,
are dumb.
yeah.
yeah. But they are.
But that's
Not
why
big,
that's why
they
there
are.
are like, you know, girls that are sex workers is
Yeah.
because men just go and do it because they couldn't, like, it's sad to say, but most of them couldn't care less, you know?
Yeah.
And then they would just go and just do it. But whereas I feel like for a woman, it's a lot more of a connection.
Yeah.
And you have to build that connection before you can get to
Oh,
that
And
get
women
what
have
you
a lot
mean.
of stuff easy too. Like at the end of the day, if you started an OF and you started an OF, you're getting more subscribers no matter what.
stage. Yeah.
No matter what this dude does, he could have a 7-inch
Cricket toast.
foot pics for fucking one special looking foot. That's for sure, cuz.
Yeah. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Anyways, if I started a foot pick page though,
I'm
guess who's
subscribing.
getting- Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
I'm in there. Foot picks for Nixon Stone.
I think you guys had something with
Anyways.
Puku Boys. Puku Boys.
Poku boys.
That
Yeah.
was on.
Yeah.
Because
we-
if you started OnlyFans about your feet, that would be hilarious. Because I'm trying to save up for a house and trying to get a mortgage from the bank. They see everything you do, so they'll just see Nixon feet pics $7, and then I got to try and like answer for why I'm spending fucking dollars for a feet pic.
Gotta help the
While
brother
my
out.
missus is sitting right there, you know, like
well, it's this guy on this page, and his feet are really fucked up. Like one foot is facing northwest, and the other one is facing southwest. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know, I'm just trying to look at his toes and just understand, you know,
Why
which way
it's
they're
like that.
facing.
fucking
I
one
want them.
toes at eat and one's at Weet-Bix. Fucking never eat soggy Weet-Bix. North, south, west, fucking east. Fuck, I miss you guys.
Yeah,
I do
miss
miss
you
you
too,
guys.
man.
Yeah, so you missed this podcast?
Cause life, yes, I do miss it.
Yeah.
Let's not even get started. Nah, we left it at a good time. I reckon.
Yeah.
Like,
I think,
you know.
no, but like thinking about it now
Yeah.
is we left every little person on the internet wanting more. And
Exactly.
They can't get it.
Yeah.
And we're,
They can never
should
get
we,
it.
sh-
And
sorry,
It's like that. No,
Sorry, Jude.
no, go.
But should we close it off? Like,
You
just,
reckon?
just nah, like close it off, like just so everyone knows, like the Wasted podcast. It's
It's over.
it's done. It's done, and it's all good. We fucking had a mean
Yeah.
run. We had a mean run, but it's
And
useless
now it's the
duo
useless
time.
duo time.
It's useless duo time.
And it's Tanis to be a dad.
Guys, tennis to be there. I'm hanging up the fucking headphones. I'll come back
And
for a
he's-
useless duo, but
Yeah, and
Trio.
he's gonna pick up the game.
yeah,
And
hopefully.
he's gonna stream gaming.
yeah.
Everyone comment on
It's just out there
Tanis.
making me do it.
He wants
Insane
to
that.
start gaming.
Insane it though. I feel like we've done a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
guys, we've done so many things. Like,
Yeah.
try to do hype house and stuff. Done it all, and it only takes you to try at least
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it could fail, but hey, something else could work out better.
Yeah.
Like, just keep trying. I reckon.
Because like Wasted was one of our projects, but at the end of the day, like we've had so many other projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't just focus on one thing.
Yeah.
It was a good run. I got to be a dad now. I got to be a dad. You got to
New
do
chapter.
useless
Yeah.
duo. This cunt's got to make some money.
Anyways, give a little
But-
page.
Little page, fucking GoFundMe down the bottom. But yeah,
Would you start like, you know, like how partners do like the YouTube channel, like videos and
but,
stuff?
like a family page.
Yeah.
but it would be a lot when we're
Bossons.
older. Yeah, it would be when we're older, and it would be literally just for fun. I wouldn't like count on anyone to watch my stuff. I would just want to post it just for fun. I mean, I've got heaps of videos and stuff that I've edited even just for like just me and Tosh to watch.
Yeah.
You know, just like cool videos that we can show baby. So yeah,
Yeah, because have you seen Lewis and his baby?
yeah, cuz he's
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
cracking it.
he's cracking
Yeah.
it, cuz.
You should try that. just copy all his videos.
No,
bro.
I like used to watch bro before baby was born. I used to watch How to Dad. Do you know
Yeah,
that guy?
yeah,
Oh, he's so
He's
good.
huge though, way.
Yeah, I used to watch
Yeah.
his videos. Like, I still hold the car seat the same way that he taught in the video.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hold it to the side. It's real good.
No,
Maybe
his
one day.
content's so good. How to dad.
How to Dad.
Yeah, well,
I'm your dad.
yeah. Why don't you just change it to I'm your dad now?
Fuck, that's
And just
original.
just
Hold
make-
on, never thought that.
Yeah, just make your content. Just I don't know. Just become one with I'm your dad.
Fuck,
I'm your dad.
I'm your dad.
Wait, why
I'm
don't
your
you?
dad.
Why don't you just teach Anaya how to game, and she can be the first gaming streamer at the youngest age.
Nah, because we don't have her in front of a screen. I'm that parent.
Oh yeah,
I'm that parent.
all natural.
fucking-
eh?
Don't sit
All
next to
natural.
this. Don't sit too
Are
close.
you gonna?
to the
What are you
screen.
gonna? You better tell her that her eyes are gonna turn square if she keeps watching the TV.
Yeah, I'm pulling out all those lines. Santa Claus is real. It's the-
And we'll come along and be like, no, he's not.
Come here, pterodactyl.
Fucking hell. It's been fun though, fun.
Yeah.
I love
been
you guys.
awesome.
And also, fuck, I had a few comments. I've deleted them and I had a few messages. And on my live today, I don't envy these guys at all. Like, I do not envy them. Like, you know, we sorted everything out. There was not even anything really to sort out.
Wait, what was the loss there?
No, so like people are saying that like I envy you guys and that I'm jealous of you guys for taking off and stuff like that. And I'm just
I'm
like,
not taking off.
yeah.
You left us.
Yeah.
To
They're
have
not
a
taking
kid.
off, he's still broke.
I'm not taking off.
no.
There's nowhere to go. I don't have gas money.
Yeah. I just feel like there was some people that thought there was fucking beef or some shit, but right, we're all good. I can't be angry at
Look,
this fella.
he's the first guy on the potty.
First guy on the fuck yeah,
The
first guy
very
on the party.
first-
Yeah,
First person.
The fingers, yeah.
First person on our podcast, guys.
Oh,
The amazing
He's
Tanis.
still the bro.
Still the
We
bro.
love him.
Brothers
Still
for
love yous.
days.
anyway, this has been the
Didn't
Wasted
stop
Podcast,
loving.
Fano. This has been the Wasted
That's
Podcast.
been the useless podcast.
Useless Wasted
And
Podcast.
now we've
Oh, wasted X
finished.
useless.
Yeah, wasted
Useless.
exclusive.
Anyway, love yous.
Anyways,
Is that it?
yeah, that's
Do you guys
us.
have an outro yet?
No, we
Obviously,
don't really.
you guys don't
we
have
don't
an
really
intro
outro.
song. Yeah, you don't have an intro song either.
Oh, shut up, you. We're going to end it with that. We're going to end it with that.
Okay. Love
Anyways, fuck you, Tanis.
All right, Paul Marty.